Welcome to Beautiful You, a show that's designed to inspire, motivate, and empower you to be your authentic best. We invite you to join us on this journey of self-discovery, and we hope that over the next 30 minutes you find just one thing that will remind you that to be truly beautiful, you just have to be you. Coming up on today's show, we sit down with Janet Elaine Fresquez from Armor Wealth to find out why women's financial planning is different from men's, and Dr. A from Skintastic tells us exactly what we need to do to get our legs ready for those summer shorts. And in our philanthropic moment, we sit down with our friends from Legacy Counseling to learn about their Grace Project. But first, do you know how to pick the right moisturizer? Well, let's join Carrie with Savvy Boheme and find out how. I love moisturizers. I'm a big fan of, in the summers in Texas, to moisturize. What makes your vanilla latte, besides the fabulous name, such a great product?
Well, it has in it coffee essential oil, and so coffee stimulates circulation, which is very good for toning.
Yes.
It also has sweet orange oil, essential oil, and Madagascar vanilla, so it smells amazing.
It smells really good.
And it's made with, we use all of our ingredients are in their raw states, and so we have raw shea butter, we have aloe vera juice in here as well, and meadow foam oil.
It's a little thicker than normal moisturizer.
It is. It's the shea butter that makes it thicker, and all of our products are actually very, very concentrated. This is the lightest moisturizer that we carry, which says a lot.
Yeah. That does say a lot.
But it's formulated for use on the face and then also for the body. And we chose oils that are specifically for use on the face, so the body recognizes it. It doesn't clog your pores. No parabens, no phthalates, no dyes.
And parabens are really bad for your skin. I love that. So it's really good for you and really all natural. If we don't have time to make it, then we can just get it from you. Now, you participate in fair trade, which I'm a huge fan of the fair trade. So tell us a little bit. You actually go a little step further than that.
Yep. So when you are a fair trade certified company, what that means is not only do you purchase raw ingredients that are fair trade certified, but you also, when you get the logo on your products, that means that when you sell that product, you give a portion of the money, of the proceeds of the sale, back to the fair trade system. And they actually take the money and they send it back into the tribes. They do interest-free loans for businesses. They set up schools.
Yeah, they help get them out of poverty. I absolutely love that. But you also work with an orphanage. Tell us about that.
Yep, I have a girlfriend that lives in Zambia, and she lives among the orphans. And it's actually very amazing. It's based out of Dallas. It's called Family Legacy. And we give 25 cents of every product that's sold straight to her, and she, their organization distributes it, and so we get to see the children that it affects, and it's just amazing. I
love that your products are all natural, healthy, and they give back. So it's products with a heart. I love that. Thank you so much. When it comes to money, women are often uncomfortable or even fearful of how to handle it, unless, of course, it's a sale. That's why we're sitting down today with Janet Elaine Fresquez with Armor Wealth Management to find out exactly when and how to start our financial planning. Welcome, Janet. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad to have you here. You know, I think of the days growing up with my grandmother and grandfather, and I don't even think my grandmother knew where my grandfather kept the credit cards.
There's a lot of women like that.
It's kind of scary if you think about it. What made you want to go into assisting women in financial planning?
Well, at Armor Wealth Management, we work with a lot of companies, but we're affiliated with the Penn Mutual Life Insurance Company. And the president and CEO of Penn Mutual is a woman, Eileen McDonnell, and she's been just very proactive about promoting financial literacy for women through the Worth for Women initiative.
When it comes to financial planning for men versus financial planning for women, are there differences? And if there are, what are the special challenges for women?
Well, even in the same income bracket, men and women are going to face a different set of circumstances and challenges. I mean, for instance, on average, a woman is going to live 5 years longer than her husband. So her retirement savings need to be more and they need to last longer. But on average, a woman takes 12 years out of the workforce taking care of others. So she's not paying into an employee-sponsored retirement plan. She's not even paying into Social Security.
Really? For those 12 years? So I didn't even think about that. So you would say that for a woman, you would need to plan more aggressively.
And when they're younger, yes, absolutely. And on top of that, at the end of retirement, women are more likely to spend those last few years in a nursing home. 81% of nursing home residents are single women.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, so if you're a single old man, you know where to find them, huh?
Yeah. But women are the caregivers of society, Leanne.
I agree with you. I think that's something that inspired me to really start the show, was the fact that I do think women have a tendency to give and never ask for themselves, never take care of themselves. And so that's kind of why I wanted to sit down with you today, because I myself, I have some money, and I'm always hesitant to lose it. You don't want to make a mistake. You really don't. I think we sit in fear a lot, and I think it's time that we learn to be informed rather than be fearful.
I think fear can play into it sometimes, but also I think complacency is a factor as well. When we're having babies, raising children, sometimes we have to take care of grandchildren, elderly parents. A woman's focus is on taking care of others.
Yeah.
It's not on taking care of herself.
Yeah, and we get comfortable doing that, and then we forget to come back to taking care of ourselves.
Exactly.
And we all need to be reminded of that.
Exactly. There's a real need out there right now for financial literacy for women.
I completely agree with you, and I think you're right. I think the fact that because we're not school educated, we have a larger hesitancy to really be confident in what we're doing. Anything I learned in school, I learned. It's right, but if you feel like you learned it on your own, you still have that self-esteem issue of, I learned it on my own, is it right? Mm-hmm. Do you think that women are more or are they less realistic when it comes to financial planning?
I think women are more realistic when it comes to financial planning. They just need to get realistic about their long-term goals. Like I said, for their long-term care, their retirement planning, they need to start thinking out farther in the future and not just focus on the week-to-week, month-to-month.
But don't you think that is really how women, because we are caregivers, we focus more on this week, this month, this year? I think as far as in my mind, all I could think of a woman taking care of things, I wouldn't plan for further than a year. But women in general, we need to retrain ourselves to plan for our futures, to really take that into consideration now and have it affect what we do.
Exactly. If you're married, think about your future without your husband. Start planning for that. Be more proactive and participate in your retirement planning more. And if you're single, create your own retirement plan.
Growing up, I told you that my grandfather really took care of all the financial planning, and I really didn't see my grandmother value herself as a financial member of the family. Do you find that to be still going on today?
Absolutely. I see it a lot whenever I do life insurance planning for families. We spend all this time with the husband figuring out how many years of income he wants to leave for his family, paying off the house, debt, everything. And we come to a number for his life insurance policy. And then I always ask about the wife. What kind of coverage do you want on your wife? You have 3 small children. And the husband says, well, she really doesn't work that much, so I don't need that much coverage on her. And sometimes they don't want any coverage on their wife. At that moment, I know that I'm an advocate for that man's 3 children, because he doesn't have a clue. He doesn't have a clue.
I can't even fathom, though, that basically what you're saying is they're sitting there and they're putting an estimated value on their life, but they don't see the value in their wife's life. And I'll be honest with you, I think most men have a difficult time running their households without the woman around.
Well, I know, and that's when I say, okay, imagine your day without your wife. If she didn't come home tonight, or she wasn't home when you came home this evening, what would you do tomorrow?
Wow.
And sometimes they say, well, I have a mom and a sister. There's
Not
that
the same.
caregivers again. I said, but how long can you depend on family to really take care of the situation? And do you really want to go back to work 2 weeks after your children just lost their mother? Maybe you might need to take some time off work. Women do so many things for so many people. So when you lose a sister, a mother, an aunt, a grandmother, it's devastating.
It's a big loss.
It is. Just not on a financial level, but also on an emotional level too.
And I think more people need to really look at the value of that. Mm-hmm. As a single woman, are there tools that I can use to assess my worth as a working individual?
First, I think a woman can just go about her day and just take notes of what it is that you do for others. You know, write them down. And then think about financially, if someone had to replace me, you know, what are the items that they would be doing? And make a note of it. And then go to the worthforwomen.com website, and there's actually a human value calculator on there. And it will calculate everything. And then also if you work, if you bring in any income, obviously, but it will calculate it all and assess your worth for you.
When do you recommend to a woman to begin planning for the rest of her life?
Well, I think as soon as a woman or girl is old enough to make, spend, or save money, she's old enough to start learning the financial information to help her. Good financial habits can start as early as when a girl gets her first babysitting job or starts getting an allowance. Truly.
That's awesome.
It's really never too early, and it's never too late. And being too late is on the other end of the spectrum, that some women think it's too late. I can't tell you the tough conversations I've had to have with some women, older women, and tell them, you can't retire this year. You have to work another 5 years, 7 years. Or even tougher, I think your nest egg will last till you're 82.
Which is great.
If you don't
only
live longer than that.
True.
What I do tell my daughter is that she started a savings plan, a retirement plan, and I want her to keep that going even when she's married and even when her husband is taking care of her or the finances. She needs to keep that going for herself. I can't stress that enough to the young women.
Yeah, don't let go of your personal financial identity.
And savings,
Yeah.
yes.
How great. What a great seminar. I love that. Am I going to be okay? What are some of the things that you find just incredibly rewarding by helping women with their financial planning?
I really knew I was in the right place. It was the second year I was in the business, and we give events and seminars, and at this particular event, a lot of the women were going around the room and sharing their story, and this one woman stood up and she talked about how difficult it was for her after her divorce. And she was a single mom, and she went back to school, and because she didn't know much about business, but she wanted to open a dry cleaning business. And she said it was very difficult. I was very intimidated. I didn't know where to go for help. There were so many things I didn't understand that the bank didn't explain to me. She said I had to leave my kids with babysitters a lot, and she said I always questioned what I was doing. But I opened my first dry cleaners, and she said now I have 5 of them. I put my kids through college by myself, and she started crying when she was telling us the story. And she said, this is the first time that I've been allowed to get up and speak and tell my story and be validated in my choices and in my sacrifices that I made.
And that was when you knew.
That was when I knew that I really want to help women so they can have more confidence and not go through that trouble time.
Okay, so for women who are inspired today and want to maybe even just take a baby step, how can they find out more about you or your organization?
Well, they can go to armorwealth.com and learn more about me and our firm. And we also do seminars. In addition to Taking Control and the Worth for Women seminar, I'm starting a new one that I'm hoping to launch this fall, and it's going to be called Am I Going to Be Okay? And I'm going to partner with a divorce attorney and really give women information they need to know before that divorce or before they lose their husband.
Thank you so much, Janet.
After a baby, there are many things a woman can do to restore her body and to regain her snappability and elasticity that she had prior to the baby. In order to do this, we offer many different solutions. The most common is radio frequency. What radio frequency does is heats up the underlying collagen to give the body back the snappability, the tightness of skin, that nice, beautiful look. In order to do this, it requires 5 or 6 sessions that we do. And the good news, it feels like a hot stone massage. Many women sleep through the entire procedure. It's so comfortable and want more. They refuse to leave. They're having such a good time. In addition, if it's fat that the women are concerned about, we have cool sculpting, which is a procedure that does the opposite. It freezes the skin away. This procedure also is minimal discomfort, takes about 45 minutes, and it's over. If you'd like more information about that, please call us for a complimentary consultation so we can help you get your beautiful body back. We invite you to visit our website or give us a call. We look forward to seeing you.
Tank top season is here, and I don't know about you, but these arms are not ready for it. So I'm here with Doug Rice, a certified personal trainer, to find out how to get those rock hard arms again. Hi, Doug.
Hi, Leanne. Are you ready for this?
I don't think I am. All right. What do you recommend to get really great looking arms?
Well, I'm going to recommend Tabata push-ups.
Tabata push-ups. What's Tabata?
Well, Tabata is a method of working out. So it's a tempo. Where you go 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest, and you do that 8 times in a row. I'll show you in just a second.
Terrific. So basically it's a standard push-up, but you just add a little pizzazz to it.
That's it. Push-up with pizzazz. I like that.
I love it too. Okay, now why would you do it in this pattern?
Because the research has been done by Mr. Tabata, and he showed that by doing it this method, you get the absolute most effectiveness in a very short period of time. So it's quick, fast, but super effective.
Oh, I love quick results. Everyone would love that.
Yes.
Let's show me how it's done.
Now, the Tabata method is a method of 20 seconds of intense exercise followed by 10 seconds of rest. You can do it with a lot of things, especially like sprints, but we're going to incorporate it into push-ups.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Okay, so you're getting cardio, you're getting your heart rate up at the same time you're doing resistance training. That's what's so great about this.
Okay.
Okay, so the idea here, again, is 20 seconds, do as many push-ups with proper form as you can for 20 seconds. So you need to have a timer, you want to have a stopwatch, use your iPhone, something like that, and just keep cranking them out for 20 seconds. Ladies, you can do these on your knees without a problem. I haven't done 20 seconds, but you get the idea. And then you do 10 seconds off. You look like you're in shock. I know you can do it. Come on, you can do it.
I think I am in shock. Okay, but I can do them on my knee. If you're a beginner, you can start on your knees, right?
No problem at all.
Okay,
the idea is to make sure that you have proper form. So let's go and put your toes on the ground. Okay. Straight line all the way down. Beautiful.
So you should people should come and at least take a class from you so that they know their form is right.
I'll make sure their form is perfect.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, and then just push up as fast as you can.
Yep, for 20 seconds.
Okay.
Go. Just keep them going.
Oh my goodness.
Don't worry, you'll get tired, especially as you get on the next one and the next set and the next set. But you just got to keep going and keep going and keep going for 20 seconds.
Is it up yet?
It's not up yet, but you get the idea.
Oh my gosh,
you get the idea.
I think I get the idea on that one.
Yes, you do. Fantastic. You did a good job, seriously.
Push-ups are hard for chicks.
But you did it.
I love that. All right, if you want to try the Tabata push-ups, get on the floor and do it now. Or if you want to see any of his other amazing moves that'll get you healthy and in shape, then check out his website at bootcamp90210.com. Wow.
You did great. You're a rock star.
Oh my God. Dr. A, summer is right around the corner, and I'm not sure that my legs or shorts ready, and I'm sure I'm not the only one out there. What can someone do who wants to get their legs in perfect shape for the summer?
Well, we're lucky that Skintastic and Smooth Solutions offer so many options for people. And I think a perfect place to start is with laser hair removal. This is something that both men and women can take advantage of as summer comes. And we offer a number of attractive packages to do it. This is the time to do it before the summer because there's no immediate result. It takes time, and they can be hair-free by summer.
That's
if you
perfect.
start now.
How long does it actually take? How long is the process to, say, get your legs hair-free?
It generally depends on the person and the color of skin that they have, but generally a number of sessions over a number of months. It's not every day or every week, but they start on a program to do this. And many women or men also want to include areas like their bikini or other areas to be truly summer ready.
Yeah, armpits.
Armpits. That's another area. And in addition to the hair removal, once we take the hair off, especially in women, We see that they have spider veins.
Yeah, I know. My friends and I both have. We're just starting to get the spider veins from age and crossing our legs and life.
Well, we see this as more and more women return to the workforce, have children at a later age. We're seeing that they're on their feet more, and we see the development of tiny little veins. We use something called sclerotherapy, which is a simple injection and takes away the veins.
And it's an in and out office procedure?
In and out office procedure takes about an hour. We have a very unusual machine. It's called a vein viewer, which allows us to actually see the veins under the light, and then it allows us to identify the source of the problem and allows us to inject it. And it allows a better result over time.
I love that. Okay, so what about the dreaded word cellulite?
We do a number of procedures for both cellulite and fat reduction. The cellulite, we use something called radiofrequency. We have a machine called the Apollo, and what that does is circumferentially reduces the inner and outer thighs and gives women a better shape.
Love that.
So not only are they hairless, veinless, they're smaller and smoother.
I'm signing up for that. Okay, what about if you have maybe a little more room to reduce?
Well, I'm glad you asked that, because we also do smart lipo. What smart lipo does is it takes the fat out of both inner and outer thighs, as well as other parts of the body. And this allows both men and women to have a more muscular look, thinner thighs, both inner and out, and a much nicer shape.
What is the difference between regular lipo and smart lipo?
Well, there are a number of issues, but the main ones are smart lipo uses a laser.
Okay.
We now can melt the fat before we take it out. And this allows us to use smaller instrumentation, and allows for faster recovery, and it allows for tightening of the skin all at the same time.
That's amazing, because you weren't getting that with the original lipo.
Well, the original lipo used bigger instrumentation, so there was more downtime, more black and bluing, and a little bit of discomfort. Our procedures we do under IV sedation, so people
come in,
sleep through it, and go home. Of course, it's a surgical procedure, and there are always the risks of surgery. But people who do it love it, and now is the time to be summer ready.
Yeah, because it takes a little while to see the results from smart lipo.
Everything takes time, but people who do it will have not only they can be hairless, veinless, get rid or reduce their cellulite, and have great shape.
I love it. I think that's the perfect plan for great summer legs.
Absolutely. And here in Dallas, I think it's going to be a hot summer.
Thank you so much, Dr. A. If you would like a great pair of legs or a great looking anything else, contact Skintastic.com and let them make you more beautiful. There is an upcoming event that I am so excited about, and I cannot wait to share it with you. It's being brought to you by the Legacy Cottage, and I'm joined today by Melissa Grove and Joe Pacetti. Tell me a little bit about Legacy Counseling.
Yes, Legacy Counseling Center, and we're the largest provider for mental health and substance abuse counseling in the South, specifically for HIV-positive people.
Wonderful. Now, Joe, I know that you have been a huge supporter of Legacy Counseling for a long time. What got you involved with it?
Probably when I was on the board of DIFA, I learned about Legacy and went out and took a visit to the counseling center and to the Legacy Founders Cottage. And it really touched my heart and made me want to get more involved than just write a check.
And now the Founders Cottage is HIV hospice, basically.
Yeah, well, it's a 7-bedroom home, and we care for both critically ill or terminally ill AIDS patients who need a lot more help so they can either get healthy and move out, or if they are in their final days, we can care for them in that point.
In a loving manner. I think that's one of the things that touched me when I went, was how respectful you are. Now, you guys also do counseling.
Yes, we're the largest provider of mental health counseling and substance abuse treatment in the South for HIV-positive people.
Okay, and you have a fabulous event coming up. It's
Yes.
your Grace Conference.
Yes, the Legacy Grace Conference is the largest in the nation for HIV-positive women. This year we're expecting over 200 HIV-positive women. This is the largest conference with the greatest number of HIV-positive women in one place. It's very important because they can start here, stay engaged with medical care, and come back to Legacy to get ongoing support throughout the year. Not just for positive women, but anyone in the North Texas area can come to Legacy and get the support they need. The conference is a wonderful way to bring women who may have been hiding in the shadows to one place where we can educate them and get them interested and excited about taking care of their health care. I think it's very meaningful to the women to know, wow, somebody cares about me.
And I think that's it. It's somebody cares. And I know that's where you come from, Joe. You come from a base of caring. You really have done so much for the community. And I know that this means a lot to you, this organization.
Really touched my heart when I actually made the visit out to the Founders Cottage and saw that they gave them a place with dignity and hope and respect. And like we said, many of these people have nowhere else to go. Yeah. And if you're going to end your life, end it on a positive note with love around. And Melissa's been a godsend to all those people.
I can't thank you guys enough for all the work that you do. So I challenge everyone out there to go to the Grace Project website and sponsor as many women as you can. And if you can't do that, then have a barrel sent out to your office, to the school, wherever. Be a giving person and help Legacy Counseling. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Beautiful You, and we hope that you found just something on this journey of self-discovery today that inspired you. For even more inspiration, go like us on Facebook at BeautifulYou-HDTV. To find out what's coming up on next week's show, check us out on Twitter at BeautifulYouHD. And to see behind-the-scene pictures, get amazing offers from our guests, and even extended interviews, go to our website at BeautifulYou-HDTV.com. We'll see you next week for another episode of Beautiful You. And remember one thing this week. You are beautiful.
Bam, 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 bam.